Greetings, folks. I wanted to talk today about how to view track changes and comments that are left in Word. And depending upon what version of Office you have, you're going to receive a document that might have track changes on it, and it could look very differently depending upon which version you're using. For the 2013, I believe the default is different than 2010. So I, as a professor, oftentimes will leave comments for students about their paper. They will send me a paper electronically. I'll leave some editing comments or possibly some editing within the document, maybe delete this or capitalize that or whatnot and do a little bit of changes. And I will then send the document, I'll save it, and I'll send it to the student. And many times students say, oh, I can't find your comments, or I didn't see them, or I don't know where to find them. And it's actually very simple. This one right now, if you look at it, you can see this little window. So it's obvious something's been done, but you're still not quite seeing it. This window or these lines right here tell me that something's been done in track changes. I just can't see them yet. You can click on these individually and the comment will appear, and it tells you what the comment is referring to. This comment is discussing whether or not this should be bold or left, justified, centered, things like about the title they have here, or the label they have for question, or the heading they have for question. However, what I like to do, I go into review. So right here is our review button. And if you go into review, you can see the default for 2013 is simple markup. You'll notice if I go to no markup, then I don't see anything. However, my favorite place to be is all markup. So the all markup opens this right hand side. Your comments, instead of being the little icon of the little word bubble, they're opened up. They're all right there. You can see each and every comment. You can also see the track changes that have taken place. Like for instance, where this line was, what was happening is this word higher was deleted. And I prefer all markup. You know exactly what you're doing. Sorry about that. I just hit the microphone. You know exactly what's happening, what's going on, what you're doing, and I think you can follow along with it a little bit better. You can decide when somebody has done track changes, you can decide to accept the changes that they've made or reject the changes that they've made. So right here, as the editor, I thought it was better to delete this sentence and change it to this sentence. If I wanted to accept it, I just want to click on it and I can hit accept. And I accepted that sentence. You can accept and move to the next. You can accept the change. You can accept all changes. You can accept all changes and stop tracking. I never, ever, ever hit accept all changes. You really don't learn anything unless you go through them one by one. I mostly do accept and move to the next, and I can kind of then see when the person is editing why they're doing it, or I can understand what they're doing. Sometimes people will edit something and suggest a change in it, and maybe they're not quite understanding what you're trying to say. So you don't want to just blindly accept all changes. It can really spin your paper out of control. But you can accept the changes, or again, you can reject them. And as far as the comments, what I've done, especially if I have a pretty lengthy project, maybe it's 20, 30 pages, and maybe you have 30, 40 comments. I go to the first one, I read it, I take in what it's telling me. If I need to make changes, I make my changes, and then I delete that comment. So it kind of lets me know where I left off. So like this one, for instance, I'm telling the author that the paper needs to be in Times New Roman, a size 12, double spaced, all of those important things that need to be done. So if it were my paper that I was receiving back, I would go through, I would change the font, I would do all the things I needed to do, and then I would come over to the comment and I would delete the comment. And you can do so by clicking on the comment itself and then hitting the delete button, and it's gone. That's just the way that I run my papers when I receive them and they've been edited. Now, as students, you do both. You do receive them and correct your work, or you might decide that you want to edit someone else's paper, or maybe not want to, but maybe you owe them a big favor at 2 in the morning. So let's say somebody sends you a paper and you notice a few mistakes in it, or things you want to make a comment about. You might want to leave track changes for them. Instead of just changing it, or instead of leaving notes that if you write on it and highlight it and do all these things that it kind of messes with their paper, you can do track changes. So you want to go back into review. Whoopsie. And you want to click on track changes. You want to make sure they're on. Right here, this little blue box says that they are on. And you can always check it. If I type something, it's a different color. So you can always check it. My track changes are on. Introduction is a second level heading. I'm going to go ahead and make that not italicized. And there, right there, it's telling me not italicized. I might want to change this to not bold. I'm going to center it. I do not need it in all caps. And I can see this is still capitalized. So I'm going to change this. Now when I'm editing for someone, then the person that gets it is going to see where the changes are and what happened and why. I can see right here this is not properly double spaced when I look at it. So I'm going to want to go in here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to click on double space. That changed it. I can still see my spacing is off, so of course I always have to go into page layout, make it 0, make it 0. Aha! Now everything's double spaced. I read through here, I'm looking for just content, spelling, grammar, spacing, all those good things. And I get down to this this parenthetical citation right here. The sentence reads, e-waste is potentially hazardous, cumbersome, and unresolved form of solid waste worldwide. Widmer and all of the others, 2005, Ha et al., 2009, Wang et al., 2007, and Zhang et al., 2008. The problem with this for APA style is when you have more than one author, more than one article that you're citing, the multiple articles need to be in alphabetical order according to the first author. So I am going to go ahead and cut this, and H comes before W, so I'm going to paste it right there. And now whoever's looking at this can see that I did this, and if they're wondering to themselves, oh, why did you do that? They can go look up the rule and figure out, aha, they moved this for a reason, and maybe they'll learn something too. So that's another good reason why we don't want to just ever accept all track changes. But this is just a short, quick example of how to open up and read track changes and comments, and also how to insert them. If I'd like to leave a comment and let them know maybe why I did this, I can just pick a word around here. I'm going to go into review, and I'm going to add a comment. I added new comment, and I'm just going to say, when citing multiple articles, be sure to alphabetize by first author. And I'm letting him know why I changed that. There's just a little comment. I thought I was spelling that wrong. There we go. Alphabetize. That, folks, is how track changes and comments work, and hopefully that will be of some use to you. Have a great day.